Right now, I'd like to introduce you to a fellow that has quite a bit of history. This gentleman's name is Ed Taylor. He is the inventor. I mean the inventor of the Phoenix curb machine. And Ed, it is a real pleasure for you to stop by.
Glad to be here.
Tell us about how you came up with this idea.
I've been in the concrete business for many years. Started out as a contractor when I was 21, several years ago, and never could afford the big machines.
Right.
I was fascinated by them. So I decided to start, and I built a small machine for my applications. Well, then over the years, 10 years, 15 years, I came up with an improved model, and companies bought it. And I worked for them. Then I'd come up with another and another. This one is a culmination of all of those years.
How many, you think? How many changes along the line?
I've been at this show where I've had 4 of my machines with different companies in different booths at the same time.
And how many generations do you think of the machine from the point we said, I'm going to put this one out in the street and let it go to work, till now?
A bunch of changes. But
well, we're talking about your Phoenix 7500 and this slip form curber, which is new to the market as I understand it this year. Give us an idea of what it does for those guys in the industry that would be really interested in this.
Well, for the first time, this machine, I've never been that conscious about trying to compete with the big guys.
Right.
I've always had small technology, small machines. Compared to the large machines, this is still small, but it has basically all the features that the big ones have and an additional feature.
And I suspect that because of all of the mandates and the requirements and all this and that for the environment and that, this takes all of that into consideration, this machine.
Absolutely. Our machine weighs a fourth to a half of what the big machines weigh.
Which is an important consideration for a guy working on a job.
Fuel consumption, the larger units go through 80 gallons of diesel in a shift. We probably go through 15.
15?
Yes, because of the weight and the engine size and everything else. And what we can do that the large units can't do is we have a trimmer, but it's located to the rear of the machine, and we raise our hopper 24 inches, slide the trimmer underneath the mold, so we can actually trim around a 3-foot radius or any other small radiuses, whereas the large machines have an auger in front of the machine, so there's no way they can physically get close to the line. So they have to come back in with another piece of equipment and grade all of the radiuses out, either by hand or with a tractor, skid steer, bobcat, whatever.
Whereas this machine will do that.
Yes, it will.
This will do that. And I suspect, just from what we've been talking about here, its size, its depth, its dimension, and its, let's say, its footprint.
Yes.
That for a contractor, it's pretty easy to transport to and from a work site. And as far as transportation, do you really need a big heavy-duty, trailer? Do you need a drive-up ramp trailer and all of that, or can that fit on a fairly decent-sized piece of equipment to transport between job sites?
The large, basically all of the other large machines have to be torn down. It takes 3 to 4 hours to be hauled in a legal configuration because they're 12, 14 feet wide. This one is just barely under 8 feet, and with the 10,000 pound weight, it can be pulled by a 1-ton pickup or whatever on a flatbed trailer. So that also
significant savings as well. That's right. A lot of aspects to this machine.
Yes.
Well, I read about it, and I wanted to talk to you because you are the first inventor that I have met doing this show, and I thought, this is really good for a guy who started out as a contractor and said, yeah, I want to develop something. I got this idea in my head. and here it is. You got to be really proud of what you've accomplished.
I am, but you know, there's a lot of people that started off with the products in this show that have done the same thing.
Right.
But they're not here anymore. I'm just happy to be alive. So anyway.
Yeah, true. It's really a pleasure to meet you, sir. Glad you came by, and I wanted to just tell you, stop by. Where's your booth at, by the way? Inside, outside?
Just directly outside the Central Hall, 0300.
Okay, that's in the silver lot.
Yes.
In the silver lot.
Thank you.
So stop on by if you're at the show. See the Phoenix high-tech road wire 7500, and you know, maybe take a little demo, a little spin. Meet Ed. Meet the guy that designed the thing to begin with, and have a little fun with it. And certainly you can find out more from what I say, Phoenix.com.
Yes.
Phoenix.com. Ed Taylor, thanks a lot. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with more from World of Concrete 2012.